What's up, guys? It is Jeff here with Bad GTP and the new Red Daily. I have not had a video posted in a long ass time, so I'm going to be rambling, I'm going to be ranting, and I'm just going to be talking about whatever. I don't care how long this video turns out to be, because I want to try and inform you guys on everything that I have done and everything that I've been through. So, starting off with Red. I did get GPOs for both cars. Didn't know if you guys knew that or not. After the Bad's accident, I ordered GPOs right away for my red one. I still need to get overlays for the license plate filler, and I want to paint the fascia black, and I'm possibly getting a GTX hood for this car to make it a GTX clone basically, or a special edition clone, or whatever kind of clone I want. And then I'm getting an overlay for the Pontiac emblem, as well as Bad now has a Pontiac emblem because they could not get me an aftermarket front bumper. I thought that that's all that they were going to carry now because Pontiac's no longer in business, and I didn't think they could take the name of a Pontiac front bumper with the actual indentation for the Pontiac Arrowhead because that's an OEM bumper. And I didn't think they could have OEM bumpers anymore since Pontiac isn't around anymore, but apparently they can, and so I got an OEM bumper now, so it's got the indentation for the Arrowhead, so now I have an Arrowhead again, which I took off my old car because I hated it. After about 2 years of owning the car, I took it off right away and realized that it was like 100 times better without the Arrowhead. So now I'm going to get a 3D reflective overlay for that, and I'm going to do white with black on the border, and it's going to look absolutely gorgeous. So I'm excited for that, just all in time. I started a new job, and lots of stuff has changed in my life. But anyways, so I ordered 2 sets of GPOs, ended up losing this one the day I put it in. I don't know what happened. I am going to get up closer just to show you guys. This car does have a cracked bumper right here, so I don't know if there was some sort of separation that happened because of these 2 cracks, this one right here and this one. I don't know if it was flexing or something like that, and it just stretched this out and it fell out. But that one is literally in there like a rock. Like, you can literally pull on this thing, it doesn't move a single centimeter. Don't know what happened with this one. I'm still actually waiting for the guy who makes these GPOs, which his name is Jerry, and I can't pronounce his last name. It's something with a G. If you look on my Facebook page, you can look for him. His name is Jerry, and then just type in a G and you should find him. It's like G something. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not even going to attempt to say it. But anyways, he makes those. They come just plain black, like a flat black, and you have to prime them and paint them yourself. But yeah, I lost one, so I'm waiting for him to get back to me. It's been almost 4 months since it happened, or 5 months. And I'm still waiting on him to get back to me on that and just give me one, or I'll pay for one, or whatever the case may be. But I bought a lot of GPOs from him, so I expect him just to at least give me one so I can get it painted when I have a lot of paint work done to that again, because the hood is the MPD hood. It's the most expensive hood that they make for these cars. It's all metal. So it's basically this hood, but with custom full air induction. I'll show you underneath the hood of it so I can show you how much air that hood actually pulls in as comparison to my old hood, where it just went off the side from basically right here with a little induction there with a little hole there and went into the cone. This is completely opened up underneath the underside. It is the best hood for these cars, and it's the MPD hood. It was like $2,400 or $2,300 just to get it to the door plus paint. So I ended up putting almost $10K into that car just to get the front end restored, between headlights, switchbacks, fog lights, HIDs, GPOs, the hood, the paint, the SD air dam, which they no longer are carrying through that manufacturer. Now you have to go through another manufacturer, and luckily I have that information, so let me know if you need that. Anyways, so now, because I have so many broken SD air dams because of this car, I have the one that I originally had when I bought this car that I got off of Craigslist. It was a brand new one that was in the packaging, and I had it painted and I had it put on, and I ended up driving right over it because the people who installed it did not put the screws in like I asked them to, and it fell right off, and I drove right over it and cracked one of the sides right off, like that black piece over or off. So what I'm going to do is, since I have so many of these SD air dams, 2 of them now broken, one from the most recent accident and one from like 6 years ago that I've kept and haven't sold, I'm going to actually put one on the red car and mold it in there. I'm going to do all the fiberglass work myself and mold it in there. I'm going to do that once I get a hood for that red car. And like I said, I'm waiting on one of my friends to sell me his GTX hood, but he's kind of waiting until he gets money to get an SD hood. So here is one of the broken lips, and this is the one that I'm going to be using actually because it's in the best condition. Barely has any scratches here, it's just surface scratching. This is easy fix, there's nothing missing up here. It's just got a little bit of work that's going to need bonding over there, but it's got the whole side, and I actually have this missing piece. It's all one piece, so that's just going to need a little bit of bondo, and it is literally going to go together absolutely perfectly. One thing about bad is I have to be a perfectionist. This is the original dual climate control that came in the car, and I had one guy resolder some of the lights, the individual light bulbs that are behind these individual buttons for me, because they were going out, so I had him resolder them for me. Well, after he put it in literally that day, which was about 5 or 6 years ago, I've been living with this, and believe me, it kills me every time I had to start the car. The mode button didn't light up, and the auto light didn't light up. The screen would flicker really bad. I'm sure a lot of you guys get the flicker with the dual climate control, maybe not, I don't know. But anyways, lots of problems with the lighting on that one. So I went to the junkyard, pulled one, hoping that it would work because it was absolutely flawless. And it does. It works 100%. Everything works. So now my dual climate control is flawless and everything works again on it. Because bad got into the accident, no more front plate filler. So I went out to the W body meet, and these are just all bugs. Trust me, it's absolutely gorgeous and flawless. I got this plate filler for bad. That's going to be painted white eventually here when I bring it back, like I said, for the paint work that needs to be done on there that I'll explain in a little bit. But absolutely brand spanking new. It's going to be painted white for bad. Picked it up. I love it. And I picked it up purposely just because of how awesome this fucking color looks. Like, it's the royal bluish purple. It's one of the rarest colors for Grand Prix. And I picked this up. Literally just had it painted, and he didn't want it because he sold his Grand Prix. Picked that up for, I think it was $10 out in Michigan. So I literally stole that because brand new on PFYC, which is parts for your car, I think they're 35 or 55 or something like that. And that's the only place you can get them unless you buy them off of someone. Or you go to the junkyard and you get lucky enough to find them, which I never have in the 11 years that I've been in the Grand Prix scene. I'm just going to touch base on this super fast. So this is the tire shine that I use for my car. It's called Superior. You can get this at where I used to work, which was O'Reilly's. It's called Superior. It's tire shine. I'll show you it on both my cars, but literally nothing compares to Superior. Products, let alone their tire shine, is the best. As you can see here, 3/6 pulley is sitting here on my bench. That must mean I changed my pulleys out since the last videos. I did. Like I said, we'll get to that. Today I purchased something at my old job, O'Reilly's, because for some reason I still have my employee discount, which is amazing. They haven't got me off the grid yet, which I haven't worked there in about 3 weeks now, so I still have my employee discount. Went and picked up this brand new battery charger, tender, jump starter, everything. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's got the 3 different battery styles. It's got the standard, the AGM, and the gel. It tells you if your cables are reversed. It tells you when it's charging, and then it tells you when it's charged and maintaining it. It's got a digital output, so it tells you the percentage of your battery and the volts. Then it tells you that this is the selection mode, so it charges at 6 amps and maintains at 2 amps. You can do a boost right away to give it 30 amps right away, which I haven't done yet because I just got it today. And then there's the jump pack start, which is for engine start, which is 85 amps, which is a ton to throw at a car to jump start it. But it has all the features, and it's gorgeous, and it's very nice. It's eco-friendly. It's big. Like I said, it's very, very nice. One of the most expensive ones. I think brand new it was like $130 or $140. I got it for $70. So the discount there is actually really worth it. I ended up finding my Wizz Air box. I kind of have a cool idea for this. I think I'm going to throw this on bad, just over the top of my air filter. Kind of tuck it into my headlight area and then just stick it over the air filter, because what I'm going to do is stick LEDs underneath here, probably some RGB ones, so color changing ones, and change it to whatever color I feel like it in that car shows and stuff like that. I think that'd be kind of cool. So, I've touched base on the air dam that I'm going to mold into the red car. I've touched base on my new battery charger, what I might do with the Whizzer intake. Right now on the Grand Prix, obviously it's got torque stars, which I'm going to show you something, it's all about the little things in my car. As you can see, there's seats sitting here too, so obviously something's changed. Anyways, torque stars on there, which are my favorite stock wheel for the Grand Prix, but I have the Fat Fives as well. And I have my old 20-inch Einke's, which I need to get a tire for this specific one. It blew out on the back side, so I'm looking for a 235/30/20. It is literally a rubber band, but I'm looking for one. If I can't find one, I'm literally just going to buy 4 brand new tires at a 235/30/20. So I'm going to, or 245/35, I think, if that's the make. It's either it's definitely a 245 tire, but I can't remember if it's 35, 40, or what it is in the center, obviously, and then 20. I can't remember what this number is going to be, but this one for sure is going to be a 245. I can't remember what this is. I think this is going to be a 35, if I'm not mistaken, if it comes in 35s. But anyways, so those are eventually going to go on the red car. Other things that have changed. Bad's front seats are out. They're gone for good, and they will never be going back in. One of the red two-doors car's seats is out because I went to the junkyard and I found an '06 seat that was in absolutely immaculate condition. Actually, I think both of them were in pretty good condition. I don't remember the driver's side that well because I actually got really sick to the point where I was throwing up for almost a week straight. So I never got to go back to the junkyard and pick up its twin. For me, the driver. I got one for the passenger side, but I wasn't able to get the driver's side out. So we're going to start moving out here now to the cars after one more thing, but I never got to get the driver's side one, so that still is a stock one, as you can see right there. It's a stock one that I took my headrest wrap off of Bad and put it on there. That's the GTP Supercharged one in tan. I just threw it on there for the hell of it. Why not? So the passenger seat is an '06 charcoal one with the white stitching in it, and then the driver's side one is just the stock charcoal one. This one right here, which is lame as hell, so I have to ride in uncomfort while my passengers get to ride in comfort. Now, before we go out to the cars, I found the rarest seats in the entire world. These are out of an '06 white Grand Prix GXP. So they are the tan with suede insert seats. These are the backbench ones. I'm not going to put these in Bad because I don't feel like putting the backbench seats in because they're a pain. You got to cut the frame, which I'm not going to ruin the integrity of the car because it is the last known white gold edition. I'm not going to ruin the car and its value right now. It does not have a salvage title like many people have been throwing around. It does because of the accident. It does not. I've completely restored the car to the way it looked before the accident, which means that you get a clean title then. And I paid for everything, so insurance covered like a third of it, and I paid the other 2/3, which was like $7,000. But it does not have a salvage title. That title is clean and clear as it gets. There is nothing on that car now. It is completely repaired because there was no structure damage, there was no frame damage, nothing. It just needed a new front bumper support. That's it, with the foam on it. That's all. And then all the bumpers and the hood, obviously. And then they realigned my fenders a little bit. But everything else was absolutely perfect. So there's no salvage title on that car. So anyone that would ever tell you that is a damn liar. Listen to the owner. Listen to the person who owns the title of the car. It is mine. I own it. No salvage title. But I found the rarest seats, the seats that I've been looking for my entire life of owning Grand Prix. The tan suede insert GXP seats. I was happy with just leather, like the red one has. I was happy with just the '06 leather seats. And I ended up getting the ones with the suede in it from a GXP, which are the ultimate rarest ones. And they are the most comfortable. Believe me, by far, seats I've ever sat in, having the suede in them with the leather. They're the most comfortable seat I've ever sat in my entire life. Another thing I did to the red car was I bought the last pair of clear and black corner housing headlights off of eBay for 70 bucks. I got these corners that are the black with the clear reflector that everyone wants, that cannot find them anymore. Last pair for 70 bucks. I threw these little silica or whatever you call them packs in there just because this one gets a little bit of moisture in it when I wash the car, so I just keep them in there for now. There's a switchback in there. I am eventually going to get these housings that are black, but for now I like my HIDs to have these clear lens like this because it throws out a ton of light output with the clear lens rather than all black like this. I'm sure it's going to dull it out a bit. Obviously, you know, I had to put my Blazer Tech fogs in there. So I got blue on this car and I got clear for that car because I wanted white this time on my bad GTP. I did not want these blue Blazer Techs because they changed my 8Ks to look like they're about 15Ks. No, I'm joking. But they do make the 8Ks look like they're about 12K. They're very blue in comparison to the old Pilot fog lights I used to have on bad. But they don't make the Pilots anymore. Now they make the Blazer Techs. So I had to get 2 sets of Blazer Techs. But I went with one blue for the red and the clears for the white car, and I couldn't be happier with the way I went with the whites or the clears on the white car because they are incredible and they make my projectors 8K HIDs match my fog light 8K HIDs perfectly, and then the switchbacks of course and the halos all tie in perfectly now because of those clear lens fogs. It makes just that big of a difference. Alright, let's get into one of these cars really quick. Roof rails, of course. I do have, this is stamped on the bottom, so don't let me lie to you. This is a real SLP Gen 1 GTX spoiler. It's stamped SLP on the bottom of it. It is an authentic SLP GTX spoiler. I do have LED taillights on here. This one's getting a little bit of moisture on the outside of it from all this mildew out here. You can see it's pretty cool out tonight, so the weather dropped, it's building up. These are the black housing ones, so this is all black around here. This only centerpiece is chrome. There's a red bar here and a red bar here, and this is all red reflective down here at the bottom. So it's basically black, a little bit of chrome right here with the reverse lights that are LED, the side markers are LED, and then all this is red. They are the best looking ones in my opinion. So it's got the Gen 1 spoiler, the LED taillights are black, and then I put this on from the W Body meet out in Michigan, the WBody3800gathering.com. Thought that was pretty cool. And here's just one little touch that I added to this car. It's all the little things that count, but check this out. Grand Prix Special Edition center caps. So it's got Grand Prix Special Edition center caps all around it. And this is what I'm talking about. That's the superior tire shine. That is the best tire shine I have ever seen in my entire life, and the only one I will ever use again. And that's all because I started working at O'Reilly's for about 3 months, got my employee discount and tried it, and Superior is the best stuff in the world. Alright, we're at 18 minutes already. Wow, I talk a lot. So, inside of this car, hardwired 8500 radar detector with blue LEDs. Had it since day one that those came out. I also have another Passport Max 2 with the Bluetooth feature inside, brand new in the box, never even opened. Still got the plastic cellophane around it. I'm trying to get rid of it though, so I don't want to open it and put it in this car yet. But if worse comes to worse, I am going to put it in this car because I like having the Bluetooth feature and I like the wireless capabilities of it. Obviously, had to switch to all LEDs, so the whole car has LEDs all the way around it. This car's got 160,000 on it, but it's in amazing condition. I just put this on tonight. Figured why not? It's a ZZP sticker. It says high performance racing products. I don't know if it's going to stay there or not, but I kind of like it for now. Just wanted to throw something else on the red car to change it up just a little bit. But anyways, hardware kit for this car. Every time you start it, that turns on for me, so it's amazing. If you're wondering what this is right here, this is actually for my phone. I have a magnet on the back of it and I can stick it on there. And the one on the dash, I actually was just using my GPS today, so I just put that one on the dash today for that. This is a fully loaded GT. It's just a GT, but it is fully loaded. And there's my 06 seat. 10 out of 10 condition. I don't remember what the gyro side looked like I said, because I was so sick I just had to get this one and run out of there after I paid for it. Only paid 20 bucks for the seat. if you pay for the passenger seat, the driver's seat, and the back seats like I did for Bad with the suede seats because I wanted every one of the suede seats, it's about $60. So I got away with full suede interior for $60 for Bad. Like I said, it does have special edition center caps on it. Very cool. Shout out to my boy Eric who gave those to me because one of my friends was going to give me limited edition ones, but he said he wanted them back as soon as I got my 20s put on. And so why pop the center caps off and wreck them when I'm just going to put them on or take them off and give them back to the kids? So Eric gave me these special edition ones, which I'd rather have anyways because the silver and black look 10 times better in my opinion. No offense, Tyler, with their limiteds, but I would rather have special editions. So Bad is lowered now. A lot has changed to Bad. Bad is now lowered. It's lowered 2 inches all the way around on I-box springs, KYB AGX struts. I did get new lug nuts. I know you obviously can't see this, but I'm going to point to it where my finger is right now. This is an all black, matte black lug nut. The reason I got those is because when I had my suspension put on, I actually had to have a shot put on because I was very sick and was just gotten out of the hospital. Here you can kind of see them as I hold it still, but yeah, the 5 lug nuts, those are all matte black to literally match the matte black face of the wheel, which is awesome as hell if you ask me. I think it's all about the little details, but as I was saying, I got out of the hospital after 3 days of being in there. When I came out, I had my suspension arrive, all my parts, my I-box and my struts, and so I had those put on by a shop, a trusted shop, a friend's trusted shop. He put them on for me for $200, and I was like, done deal, all 4 and mounted and struts and put it in and everything. But he broke off 2 of my lugs and my studs. He spun them off by using an air impact, and I was like, dude, that's unacceptable. I was really pissed. So luckily I had my discount at O'Reilly still, was able to get them the lug studs for cheaper than what they would normally go for, and I got him a lug set, which is the matte black set, the one that I actually wanted, for free because he said since I messed it up, I'll pay for a brand new lug set for you, go pick it out. And I was like, well, I'm gonna get matte black ones. He's like, that's fine. He's like, whatever you want, I'll cover. So they were like $40 and I got them for absolutely free, plus the wheel studs that he broke I got for free. Like I said, car still has its 2 layers of 5% on it, you know, blacked out. I have to keep the sunroof open on it basically right now because I think the motor's going out on it, because a lot of times, if anyone knows this or has this issue, there's a 99, it comes up, it goes to right about here, halfway, and it'll just completely stop. And if I try and hit it to go back further, it will not move back at all. It just stays right here halfway. It will not go back, it just stops. And it's annoying because it cuts the air right down on my face, which pulls in, it makes my hair go absolutely crazy and go everywhere. So I can't use it. I just got it open finally all the way, so I just left it open since it stays in the garage anyways. But anyways, if anyone knows what that issue is, if it's the motor going out or if the tracks need to be re-greased or whatnot, let me know. Like I said, it goes halfway open, but then it just stops and I cannot push it back any further. It will not let me, but it will let me close it. It will let me push it forward. So I don't know what the issue is there. It does have the double 5-layer bra on it, or the front brow on it. I like to say bra, sorry. Brow halfway down the windshield. Like I said, the windows tinted, the 3D reflective badges, the Muth LED turn signal mirrors. What else do we got? Like I said, lowered 2 inches all the way around. This is literally 1 finger width. I cannot fit 2 fingers in here at all. Cannot. It will not let me in. I can only fit 1 finger in there, and that is literally as far as it'll let me go, to 1 knuckle, and I'm hitting my finger. Yes, if everyone wants to know, it rubs bad. Every time I hit a bump, it rubs bad because of these 30 offsets. They are huge. The offset is huge on these wheels. I'll give you a little demonstration of just how offset. They are sticking out so far with this plus 30 offset. And lowered, yes, I am literally slammed. And it bangs hard in these fenders. I gotta get them rolled bad. But that's to come. After I had it painted, I told them to paint my lower fascia gray because that old lady rear-ended me about 2 years ago, and I just got it painted when I had that other accident done. told them to paint it black. They did not listen to me. They painted it the same factory gray. I got pissed. They said bring it back in, just haven't gotten around to it yet. But I will bring it back in, and that is the last piece that isn't black on this car for the white and black theme, is the rear fascia. That's going to be painted black. And I think I'm actually going to do a silver inlay on the back, because at night you can't tell if the white is silver, or you can't tell if the silver is white or if it's silver, and they don't make a reflective white one for the inlays, but they do make a reflective silver for the inlays, so I'm gonna get that. Sorry you can't see it, but the letters are down here on the rear fascia. I'm not even gonna go down there because you can't see it. But anyways, so for the rear fascia down there, I'm going to get reflective silver, because like I said, you can't tell during the day or night because of the reflective concept part of it, if it's white or if it's silver. So it literally looks white and it reflects. So that's what I want. That's the biggest thing I want. So it's going to be black with a silver reflective inlay on it, only because it looks white more than silver. Rear trunk lid, actually, keyhole gone. It's getting shaved off. Going to be completely shaved off with the SD wing, and I'm taking that supercharged badge off underneath it. Let's get into this quick, because we're getting at way too long of a video. It's very dirty. I apologize. Got the custom floor mats in here, the brand new Lloyd ones. Just got the hardwire kit for this car finally, and I put it in tonight. That's why I'm making this video, just kind of because I was making all this stuff. I ran the hardwire up through there and into my Passport Max 2 with the Bluetooth, the wireless Bluetooth, because I didn't have anywhere else to run it. So I just thought coming right through there would be a good idea. So it looks like there's less cord showing than anything. I couldn't come up from there, couldn't be on the brow. So normally I'd put the radar detector up here like in my red one, but I can't because the brow, it won't pick up. So I have to have it that low. So that's the only place I could think to put it. And without further ado, the LED obviously in the back. Here's my 10 out of 10 condition 06 Grand Prix GXP suede seats in tan to match my interior. Literally, car interior finally completed, because I have the rarest seats. And I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't even expecting to get the ones with the suede in it. But I found a GXP sitting in the junkyard, and it had the tan interior in it with these 10 out of 10 suedes in it. I literally grabbed them as fast as I could without even thinking. I was panicking because I was so excited. $60, and I have the whole set. I have the whole entire rear bench, which I'm not going to put in. And I have the two front seats, which are full suede and leather on the sides. 10 out of 10 condition. Literally flawless from a GXP. This, you might be wondering, is something that a guy from Canada made for me while I was out in Michigan. He brought it down there to surprise me. Now normally you can see the button to lift this is black. Mine is tan, as well as the bottom. This is like a dark charcoal. Check out the color difference. Big difference. So he made it tan for my white gold edition. So here's my white gold edition. That's why I put the little money symbol in there, because it's the white gold edition. So he made like a little touch of gold. And then the top is flawless gloss white. I call it gloss white. And then he put a diamond in there, because my car is just a diamond in the rocks. It is a one-of-a-kind car, truly. And so I take that off and put it on for shows. It looks amazing on here. Literally, everyone was asking about it. Everyone was complimenting me about it. I absolutely love it. So that's made. It's all about the little things that are touch, that make everything about the car. Still got the same gauges, my two aero forces and my AEM wideband limited edition cluster. I do need to move my steering wheel up though, because it's way too far down for me. Do have the PFYC steering wheel wrap on there. That's the white and the black. Those are the colors I chose. It was a pain in the ass. Took about 2 hours to sew that bad boy on there, but it's on. I'm almost at a half hour here, so those of you who have stuck around this long, thank you so incredibly much. Just want to show you all the cars and everything that's done to them. We're going to get under the hood here in a second, so if you have stuck around for these 29.5 minutes, I thank you so much. Again, brand new 06 GXP suede seats, the new armrest, got the hardwire kit for the radar detector. That's pretty much it for the interior. I did change out the floorboard LEDs. If you can tell, they're a lot brighter. I think they're like 60 or 40 LEDs on there, and time for the finale. Let's get to this, because I'm running out of breath from talking. Here is all the shows. This is from this year. I think this is going to be the last year I actually bring this car to these shows, which is at the Minnesota State Fairgrounds, because it just wasn't the show that I thought it was going to be this year. And to end on a white sticker, that's pretty damn cool, because I went with a green the very first year. Second year was red, then an orangish yellowy, it's more orange than anything, I guess. It looks dark maroonish red, a blue, and the white. And the white one looks the best in my opinion because of the way it's designed compared to these ones, which are sponsored by O'Reilly's Auto Parts. This O'Reilly sticker actually has the emblem on it, and it actually looks badass. So again, without further ado, let's see the MPD hood underneath, how functional it is, and what's underneath the hood. Alright, so first off, the MPD hood, you can see all the way through it. That's all the way through. These are my fingers. It goes all the way through to the rear vents. This is a fully opened up hood all the way through. There's not a single piece of this hood that isn't open all the way through. The back vents completely open. This underside, this is the MPD hood. This is how you can tell it's an MPD hood. It has the 2 X's on it, which is the metal part of it, the metal frame and structure. That's all metal. Every bit of it flawlessly done. They did an amazing job. Shout out to MPD for my hood. It did take you guys like 6 months to make it, but you know what, that's okay. And so we have the blower, of course, Gen 5 pearlescent, powder coated, absolutely gorgeous. Pulley, nothing too crazy. I'm probably not even to be able to show you guys the size of it. Oh, maybe I can. Hold on, let's see. There it is. There's the size that I went to. From a 3.6, after 5 years of running a 3.6, I finally dropped down to that. And believe it or not, guys, I did a pull with my friend's motor swapped Acura TL. They come factory with a 3.1 or a 3.2. We swapped a 3.9 into it and put a lot of modifications onto it. No power hours, no turbo or supercharger, but we did put a lot of extra power in it with that 3.9 swap. And I raced him on my 3.6 and he walked me. I put this 3.4 on, and believe it or not, I pulled on him like no tomorrow. One pulley size, honestly, I cannot believe the difference it made on this car. Something I have left to do on this car. This needs to go. I'm going to get the aluminum valve covers. I know a lot of people say they leak. I don't care. I'm getting them, and I'm going to have them powder coated to match this, and that. This is getting taken apart because I think it's making a noise now. I think my alternator is going out because I got my subs hooked back up again. That's another thing that I didn't really touch base on. I have 2 Alpine Type R's, the 12 inches in back. I have 4 gauge wiring right now running to them. I'm going to get a 0 gauge kit. I'm going to get a brand new amp, just a single amp, because right now I'm running dual amps and they are underpowering the hell out of my Type R's. And I'm also going to get a 4 channel.